All right, we've called together the Sunday Roundtable. Joining us this morning are Democratic political analyst Marianne Marsh and Republican political analyst Andrew Goodrich.
So guys, you just heard Governor Baker. Does he sound like a man who's running for a third term? And will the pandemic be his best ally or his worst enemy if he does? Marianne, start with you.
You heard a very aggressive defense by Charlie Baker this morning about his performance regarding COVID. Didn't take responsibility really for any mistakes, tried to broaden the debate and say the things that happened here were a function of other people's mistakes, other people's challenges. Everybody had them. Yet we still know that people can't get appointments. And when they do, they get there. And I know people who've gone to clinics that were for teachers only. They showed up, they're not teachers. No one told them on the screen that they weren't supposed to go. And at 10:30 in the morning, they were the 30th person who was rejected because they weren't a teacher on a Saturday morning. So there are lots of problems here. COVID, if Charlie Baker runs, and there's chatter that he won't, but he sure looked like someone who was defending his record today, COVID will be a big issue. It may be a metaphor for his tenure, and it's something he'll have to deal with.
So Marianne thinks that he is going to run if she's going to take a guess here. What about you, Andrew?
Yeah, I think so too. I think not only his defense, but also just the fact that he seems so engaged, so focused, and also so calm on the issue. I don't think voters are looking for someone to be perfect. I think they're looking for someone who not only is authentic and has been working hard on the issue, which exactly is what Charlie has been doing. And I think voters are going to reward them for that because of his focus and effort on that.
Well, we know he's already got competition. And State Senator Sonia Chang Diaz is making it known that she's also thinking of running for the Democratic nomination for governor. She is one of Governor Baker's loudest critics through this pandemic. Is it time for a woman of color to run this state, and is she the potential answer? Andrew, let's start with you.
I actually think that a lot of folks might actually not really give her enough credit for how pointed some of her criticisms have been, and I think they may underestimate her long term. Besides, she's also kind of part of a youth movement as well on the Democratic side, so I think she's someone to watch.
Marianne, is it time for a generational change, as Andrew says?
Well, Massachusetts has never elected a woman for governor, period, full stop, ever, all the years we've been here. A woman of color, either. So, and Jane Swift doesn't count because she inherited the office, ran and lost. So, Sonia Chang Diaz, I felt like she had a higher profile when she first got into office. She's receded a bit. Does she have the infrastructure to build a network across the state with Ben Downing already in there and Maura Healey possibly getting into this race? And there's another woman of color who made moves this week, Danielle Allen, who said earlier this year she would run, now hired some well-known political consultants. So we'll see, but it would be great to see a woman be elected governor of Massachusetts someday.
Let's talk about Boston. Boston's new acting mayor, Kim Janey, officially launched her campaign with a slick, well-produced video featuring her love for the tea, her kicks, and her grandchildren. She also dropped the acting from her title. Should her 5 opponents be worried, Marianne?
Well, it took Kim Janey 2 weeks to go from acting mayor to active candidate. And during those 2 weeks, her opponents were largely sidelined because she was doing everything to get all the coverage she could as mayor of Boston. Now, what this ad shows is the strategy they're going to use. When they introduced her as mayor of Boston, she was the first woman of color to be mayor. This ad says she's the woman of color, not first, the one and only, trying to marginalize some of her other candidates who are women of color in the race as well. So you see what she's doing here, and riding the T into Boston to City Hall was evocative of Ayanna Pressley's bus ride in her congressional campaign win, which was evocative of Rosa Parks being on the bus, the lineage that runs through this, the fight to be the first. So you see what's going on here. She's got the advantage being mayor. We'll see if she can take advantage of it.
Andrew, what were your first impressions, especially after seeing the ad?
Yeah, exactly. So they should be very worried. And actually, even though we thought we were in a honeymoon type period, she has just come out with a clarity of vision and talking about the future on various issues. And she has something that not every other politician has, is this immense sense of likability. It's very difficult to root against her. Everyone, myself included, has just been very impressed at how much you want to root for her seeing this first introduction. It's been very impressive.
But her opponents are now starting to criticize her. They didn't during those 2 weeks, but now they're really starting to pile on every issue, and we'll see how she handles that.
The gloves are off there. But speaking of unlikability, the RMV is once again the object of a lot of grumbling for those trying to avoid being stopped due to an overdue inspection sticker. It's a week of an outage at least. At the heart of the problem is the contractor A+. Garages do these as a convenience for their customers. They make little or no money. Why is it so hard to make the RMV a consumer-friendly agency? Marianne, let's start with you.
Maybe Google can help us out again. What do you think? Or there's this little local college, MIT, maybe they could help us out, fix these things. A+, this is not the first time they've been in trouble, it's the fourth or fifth. And since 2018, they've made $22 million, even though as we speak today, it's possible everyone's personal financial information is out on the internet somewhere. They gave passes to dirty cars that got passed the test, and clean cars got expensive repairs. And they changed their name at one point, lost the contract, changed it to this name, and they're making $22 million in 3 years, and their contract's under review right now. So it's great work if you can get it.
Yeah, Andrew, I mean, what's the issue here? I mean, this is the latest take up for the RMV. People couldn't get appointments, they couldn't find services. What's the problem?
Yeah, there's so many different issues. And number one is just the lack of innovation and the fact we're not doing what some other states are doing to kind of reduce some of the demand. And the fact that we're not going to a multi-year inspection for some of these brand new and newer cars or what some other states can really do. And never mind the fact there's no redundancy or even real great concern for malware. It's a lack of concern on some of those different issues. We have to look for more innovative ways to get folks in the door, get those stickers on the windshields.